Hello everyone, this is your fitter coach Ishan Shekhar, and today I'm going to discuss something about diet psychology. This is more about understanding yourself, what kind of a person you are when you are on a diet, and then take a decision, take an intelligent decision, and see what kind of a diet would suit you. So I'll be taking the example of sweets, right? Who doesn't love chocolates? We all do. I do as well. So I'll take the example of a chocolate where there are two kinds of people. Group number one, people who can take a bite sized piece and then keep the chocolate back in the fridge to where it belongs and not have any more. And then there are second group of people, group two, and I personally belong to that group, unfortunately. Not proud of it, but yes, I do I do belong to this group. And this group is consists of people who will take a bite of that chocolate and now they cannot resist the temptation to stop. They have to finish the entire brick of chocolate before they can do anything else. And it has happened to me. I've brought 10 packets of chips thinking that I will be eating each packet every Tuesday and Thursday along with my food. And I ended up eating all 10 packets while watching a single episode of Game of Thrones, along with that 10 more packets of Good Day cakes. So there are people like us, and adding a small piece of chocolate daily, to this group of people does not do them any good because they have zero self control. So I'll tell you what you should do if you belong to either of these two groups. And this is where the intelligence comes in. We don't want the best diet. We want the diet that is best for you, which you can follow, which you can stick to, which can be accommodated to your lifestyle. So, if you are in the former category, group one, you can take a bite sized piece of a sweet or chips or anything else for that matter. You can keep it back. Then you can have a 20 gram or 30 grams chocolate, depending on what you can accommodate in your calories. So, as per your macros, you can add chocolate, you can add any other sweet after lunch, after dinner, or as per your preference daily. It makes sense. But if you belong to the second group, you have to keep sweets off completely. You cannot have a small piece of chocolate because you are going to finish the entire packet once it's open. For people like me, or if for anybody in the group too, you have to ensure that if you plan to eat a chocolate on day X, then you get the smallest serving. You buy a 5 rupee wala or a 10 buck, dairy milk, the smallest piece, which you can bring back to your house and then finish. And then once you finish it, you won't have any more available, that you can eat. So this way you are creating a plan which is as per your lifestyle and your self control. You cannot function, uh, you know um, learning self control is a different thing. This program or weight loss, learning self control at the same time as losing weight, not a great idea because you're already on edge, you are eating less food, you are already being denied of a lot of things that you might otherwise have, say alcohol or eating out, french fries, you know so a lot of indulgence is being already denied to you. So learning self control is maybe a good idea if you are not on a diet. But if you're on a diet, that's not the best time to learn self control. That's the best time to understand your own psychology and adapt to it and create a plan which is as per that. Have zero sweets in your plan, it's fine. Try to learn this way. If it's not there in your house, you won't be tempted to eat. If you live with your partner, you can request them, like I have requested my friends to hide the chocolates, not keep them in the fridge. If they have chocolates or they have sweets, keep them in your personal space, in your room, in your wardrobe, and not keep that in a shared fridge. So things like that. But you have to understand what kind of person you are. So this was one example of psychology, where you have to analyze yourself and you have to strategize accordingly and not let the brain win. You'd want what you want, you'll crave what you crave, but you have to understand that by taking these things into consideration, by pre-empting these incidents, you can minimize the decision making ability. So we are not great at making decisions, we never are. So whenever there is a time to make decisions, you want to preempt that, you want to think about it, you want to be prepared already, and then you want to naturally do what you have already decided, so that there is zero time that you need to think about it. So yeah, that's the thing. Try to explore more, try to think what kind of person you are, try to think about how you can cheat your own mind into following a plan. Thank you.